this work. I'm not sure. We screwed this up. We're going to have to go and try it again because I think we screwed it up. Are we live? Yep, we're live. Okay, if we did it right, we were supposed to be live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Streetlock. So what I have to do is figure out, well, I have to do that. I forgot to do that. Okay, what we're going to try to do is be live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Streetlock at the same time. So we're going to try it one more time. Actually, we'll even try it live. We're going to be on YouTube, which we should be live on anyway. www.myou. Whoops, I can't type this morning. YouTube.com. Whoops. /* Dave Glovin. And we're going to hit that. That should bring us to, whoops, you can't reach this page. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that's why, because it's not typed right. www. Whoops, 3 W's. youtube.com/. That's what we wanted to do. So we want to hit that. And we're on YouTube. Okay. We're going to go live on YouTube in a moment. Well, actually, we should be live on YouTube anyway. It looks like you go to the YouTube channel. It says Boogie with the Bull. Next to it is our logo picture with a circle that says live. Or you'll see that it is live listed there. And you'll be able to watch the live. Now, at the same time we do that, I need to go over to Streetlock and look at the timeline one more time and make sure we're not already there going live. So we'll do this and we'll get reconnected. Something went wrong with YouTube. Okay. What went wrong was we sent you a link and then we cut it because all hell broke loose and it sounded like we were live on 3 places at once and we can't do it. But anyway, we should be live on Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. We should be live on Street Lock with a redirect, is the fancy word for it. Okay, so we cut that, and you're live on Street Lock. We redirected back to Street Lock, and we went back to Boogie with the Bull on YouTube. Well, we might have just cut it from YouTube. Anyway, I don't know. You're supposed to be live on YouTube right now because you're always live on YouTube, and you're supposed to be live on Street Lock right now. And you have to agree to be reconnected. And if you get reconnected, you get reconnected. So you are there. Okay. So you are there. Or click on the link, redirect you to YouTube. And so anyway, we tried it for fun to see if it actually worked for fun. We'll go back to where we should be. So right now, you're in the YouTube studio, actually through Restream. You're at the YouTube studio, and the studio is being reconnected to or redirected to Street Lock. We'll go see if we did it right. We'll go see if we did it to Facebook. If we did it right to Facebook, then life will be beautiful. Okay, we probably lost it there. It's probably on my profile because it got redirected. Yeah, it's on my profile. If you click on it on my profile, click on the link, youtube.com/Dave Glovin. It will bring you to the broadcast. So let's see. Okay, that's right. So we're on Facebook. No, we're on YouTube, and we're on. Well, we're on. Yeah, we should be on Facebook right now. I don't know. Yeah. All right. The link is on Facebook on my profile. www.youtube.com/Dave/@Dave Glovin. If you hit that, that will bring you to the live chat. It'll bring you right to YouTube and put you into the live chat. If we did it right. If we didn't do it right, then we have to try to figure out if we did it right. Come join me and say hello, good morning, and be happy wherever you are at. So we have taken it and redirected it to Street Lock. We did that from the Boogie with the Bull page. We are on the Boogie with the Bull page. We're sitting there and we are live, right? Yep, we are live. We are sitting there. It might be a minute or two delayed with the wording. You know what? I don't care. So where we're supposed to be, what we have to do is turn the audio down so that we're not hearing the audio. And anyway, it did work. Anyway, it did work like it was supposed to do, and that's what we wanted it to do. So we can kill that, and we can kill that right now, just live on YouTube. And yeah, so it worked. We have to make some slight changes and get a little bit better at being able to do it. But we will be able to make the YouTube link bring you to YouTube if you so choose from wherever you are that you see the post, and you can watch the program. So we will be able to be just about everywhere. Our eventual plan is to allow a little bit more time and be able to jump on, build the studio on Restream, go over to YouTube, take the link from YouTube and put it on X, Rumble, Wimkin, Facebook, Streetlock, and anywhere else we can do it. We just have to allow a little bit more time to do it because that was important and we just wanted to do it. We did it, and hopefully it will work. Hopefully it will work. If we had left YouTube, www, there it is. If we had left that like you were supposed to, and we went here, and we shared this. Actually, no, we don't need to even share this. We have the link. We have the link that we shared it to YouTube. If we take the link and go to Streetlock, let's see if this works. Let's see what we did. Go to streetlock.com. We did that. All right. The link is there on Streetlock, but I don't think it's the right. I'm not sure it is the right link. We'll redirect and see where we end up. Yes, it is the right link. And you do see it. So we need to cut. I just need to cut that. Knowing that you'll be redirected if you go to Streetlock. Now we're going to add to the equation, if I remember, we're going to go to wimkin.com. It's probably going to make me sign in. Yep, it's going to make me sign in. So we're going to do this and sign in. And we're going to write a post that says, puts this up. We're going to paste the link, and then we're going to go down, and we're just going to say, Boogie with the, bear with me, my fingers are not quite working right the way they're supposed to. Boogie with the bow, Monday morning. Actually, it says that. So all we really need to do is say Boogie with the bow, morning. Whoops. Morning. CAFFEINE. Test. Come join us. All right, so we'll do this, and then we'll slide down and hit share. So if we did it right, that puts the link on Wimkin. And that allows everybody on Wimkin, allows everyone on Wimkin to watch us. So it's on Wimkin. If we did it right, it's on Facebook, it's on Wimkin, it's on Streetlock. We'll have to go and find and try it again later to make sure. But if we did it right, we just need to allow a little bit more time, and it puts us everywhere we want to be. I guess what we could do is we could hit this at the same time, and we could go to com and get connected and see if we can do it here, do it this way. have to allow a lot of more time so that we make sure we are everywhere that we want to be. And we put Boogie with the Bull Monday morning caffeine. Dave Glovin. Dave Glovin. And we tell everybody that if they want to watch it, they are with Dave Glovin. We slide down here and we put YouTube redirected so that people know that they're going to be redirected if they watch it. And we post it. And we wait to see what we got. There's what we got. Okay, relatively quick. There's what we got. There is a link, and it takes you to YouTube. So it did what it was supposed to do. That did what it was supposed to do. We created that, and it did what it was supposed to do. So if everything goes right now, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Streetlock. We're live on Wimkin, and we are live on X. If you hit the redirect, it will redirect you to where we are. I'm going to put me where I am. If you wander upon it in the next few minutes, hit the link, be redirected, and come tell me whether or not it worked. Or tell me whether or not it worked. And it's a cool thing. We have to do it the old school way, which is take the link and put it everywhere we want to put it, just because that we're simple folk. And that's the way we need to do it. We need to up on Restream if we want to be able to access sites that use RMTP or RTMP, whatever it is, stream keys and all that stuff, encoders, and that way, or we just have to figure out a way to make it work for us, and we made it work for us. We just have to add every place and drop the link there and hope that you come and take part in a Boogie with the Bull. There is a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and you just have to decide how you feel about it, and you have a right to decide how you feel about it. What we did in Venezuela, as well as what we still do in Venezuela, you have to decide how you feel about it. Same thing with Minnesota. You have to decide what you want to feel on everything. A lot of money that's been fraudulated in Minnesota, you have to feel how you feel about it. If you feel that it was wrong, then you're welcome to come on and say you feel that it was wrong. If you feel that it was right, you're welcome to come on and say that you feel it was right. A little bit more, I guess, if you want to feel that the ICE officer murdered Renee Nicole Good, then that's what you need to feel. But if you're on the other side of the fence and you understand that Renee followed ICE around, tormenting them all as she did, and spent the whole day doing it, then you have to agree that she was in the wrong. I don't want to start anything with anybody, but I agree that she was in the wrong in the sense that there was no need for her to drive into an ongoing ICE operation and refuse to leave. If she had gotten out of her car and ICE cuffed her and did whatever else they might do at the scene and carried her away, She very much might still be alive. She probably got a warning not to do what she did again. And for her own safety, I would be the one that would give her the warning. If you drive yourself into an ICE operation, they have no idea who you are, why you're there, and it's probably going to lead to the same way. Because any officer could have taken his gun and did what he or her was supposed to do in that situation. You protect yourselves, you protect the team, and that's it. If you don't drive into the scene, then you don't end up in that same risk. If you don't stand there and say to the ICE officers that in a way that it was recorded, go ahead, big boy, do whatever you want. Take on the officers and see what they do. I mean, it was just stupid. I mean, being paid to be there is one thing. But being paid to be there because the people that paid you to be there didn't have the nerve to be there in the same spot, doing exactly what they hired you to do, is stupid. Goes back to an old slogan of mine. I would never ask anyone to do something that I wouldn't do myself. We might put boots on the ground with a camera, somebody who's there that wants to send it or go live with it. But we hope that they are in a safe place when you do it. We need to get together and break bread and figure out what we agree on going into it and what we don't agree on going into it. And the stuff that we don't agree on, we need to work together and figure out if there is a way that we agree on it. And that goes for everything. I read a meme yesterday, a Fox News report, that people want Congress to face a term limit. And the term limit that was suggested, 73% of our Congress has already exceeded it, so they would be shown the door and, whatever perks or BS that they're allowed to take with them, goes with them. But maybe that's the way it needs to be. Because the 73% aren't doing anything to make this all go away. Chuck Schumer's threatening, another shutdown, and, you stupid Americans should be happy paying a big subsidy to billionaire insurance companies. The health savings account that you will end up with is the same thing. You will be able to pay the big insurance company that you want to have you as a client directly, as opposed to government money, which came into the government as some sort of tax, because that's the only way the government can do it, from what I understand. And then the president of the United States at the time, Barack Obama, basically saying, I need you in this program. I'll pay you the money. I'll pay you the difference so that you fool the American public into thinking that they're getting what they want. He knew when he wrote the Affordable Care Act, when he created it, he knew that sometime in the future, the subsidies were going to have to be approved or not approved again. An extension, or whatever you want to call it. He knew he wouldn't be the president, most likely, when that happened. But he figured a Democrat would be president. And they would be able to get a Democrat Congress to approve it. Why? Put the money in healthcare savings accounts and let the people who need the insurance shop around and find the best deal for them. And if you want to be on the healthcare marketplace, then you and your company belong on the healthcare marketplace. But it just needs to be another means of competition. If I own an insurance company and I decide it's going to be this price, and you own an insurance company and you don't like that price, then you charge your own price. And the American consumers look through what's available and they pick the best option for them. That's all. You can't keep regulating competition. It just doesn't work. If you encourage competition, you'll have competition. Why? Because if I'm selling that insurance policy for $2 a month, somebody else is going to say, well, I can sell it for $1 a month. Somebody else is going to say, I can sell it for 50 cents a month. And that's what the American public is going to see. And no more telling us we have to pay for people who are illegally here or people who haven't finished the citizenship process. We have to pay for people who don't deserve to be on it. Undocumented is the same as illegal. They're illegal because they're undocumented. They can't be documented. That's why they're undocumented. That's why they're illegal. If you want to be on a healthcare policy, then get together with a bunch of people who are also illegal and buy an insurance policy. If you can. I don't know if you can. But you came to the United States of America, some of you, to experience the American dream for yourself. You get up every morning, go to work every morning, maybe even start your own work, and enjoy a good life. We have to pay for our good life, I guess, because government created the IRS and said you have to give so much money of your income to the IRS. Now people are saying, get rid of the IRS because we really don't need them. You want to sit down with the IRS and the Treasury Department and everybody involved, then get rid of them. I'm playing by the rules right now. It's not taxable to the federal government, and it's not taxable in the state of Florida. So I don't pay that tax. That's the rules. It was a tax when it was collected, and I opted to be a part of it. I didn't want to be a part of it, then I wouldn't have paid into it. Do I think I can control it and I can make it work for the rest of my life? Yeah. Maybe it would have been better to say, hey, I'm 64. Well, I'll be 64 in another few days. I'm retired. I gave you a bunch of money. I let you do whatever you wanted to do with it. It collected interest. like it was supposed to. Now I want it back. Maybe that would have been the best way to deal with it. And future Americans would have done the same thing. They would have put in their money and it would have grown while they were working. And when they stopped working, we handed it to them. I don't think Social Security disability insurance was meant to be long term or permanent. I appreciate that it became permanent, but at some point, they should have handed you a bunch of cash and said, now it's your problem. Or you accept that it's their problem and you live on the check that they send you every month. I don't want to hear from people who got tipped that they pay taxes on their tips. It's income. That's how it goes. It's income. You get it or you don't. If you get it, you owe taxes on it. The restaurant that you worked for collected it on a credit card periodically and had to show what they did with the income that they made. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They deducted the taxes and gave you the rest. And most of you, as I've said before, probably weren't paying taxes at all on your tips, your cash tips. Yes, I'm well aware, and I'm sure that there were people that said, oh, I got maybe $1,000 in tips and paid the taxes on it. And the IRS said, okay, got $1,000 in tips, pay the taxes on it. But the IRS corruption, going after right-wing groups because they're right-wing groups, that was wrong. IRS going after left-wing groups for the same thing, that was wrong. If it happened, I don't know if it happened. Lois Lerner put together a procedure that seemed to work for what they wanted it to work for. Now, I've heard President Trump say if you make $150,000 a year or less, you shouldn't pay income tax. Well, in 49 states, you don't. If you're on Social Security in 41 states, you don't pay taxes on it. And in 9 states, you do. Well, and the 41 that you don't should get together with the 9 that you do and show why nobody needs to pay taxes on it. And you shouldn't need to pay taxes on it anyway because it was collected as a tax. Let's make the world easier. Really, let's make the world easier. If you want to be upset about something, look at it and look at why you are upset about it and how you won't be upset about it. Yes, a person lost her life in Minnesota. And she didn't plan to lose her life. But that ICE officer didn't plan to feel threatened and pull the trigger. So maybe she shouldn't have been there doing what she did. If she wanted to protest, fine. Pull your car over on the side of the road, hold up your signs, chant whatever you want. But don't get involved where you don't need to get involved. That's what I want to say. Be on the sideline, hold your sign, aim your camera, send it to me so I can broadcast it live for you. Yeah. We have a right to do that. And other countries of the world that don't want Boogie with the Bull in there because I play 59 seconds worth of music, which to the best of my knowledge is not copyrighted and approved to be used how we used it. You know, play the dang music or don't. Doesn't change the message one bit at all. It really doesn't. Other than get me mad every morning that I have to look and see and watch and then try to figure out why they didn't play the music. Well, I guess what I was told was they changed the way they track music or track copyrights and how they're used in your broadcast. I won't give them any music to do it anymore. Or you didn't hear the intro music if you were on Facebook and you were in a country that they don't have permission to allow us to play 59 seconds worth of music. The intro is beautiful. It really is. The intro is absolutely beautiful. So maybe we'll just play the intro without any music, if that's what it is. Or we'll bring Facebook on board when we have played the music. I don't know. We're here doing what we do, and they keep making it harder. So you know what? If you're there, you have to be redirected to YouTube. If you're not there, then you won't be redirected to YouTube. But as long as we can do it the way that we're doing it, I guess that's the way we have to do it. I just have to, like I said, allow more time every day to do it. Just take it, and put the link up everywhere and hope that somebody watches it. But you only need to reach one. And I'm not all about the monetization anymore. Why? Because I spend money to do the broadcast. I pay the restream bill. I pay this bill. I pay that bill. I'm not asking every social media network that we're on to pay me for being there. It's not about how rich and how famous we can get. It's not about being recognized for doing it, because we're really not doing anything that you can't do yourself. You can aim a camera and a microphone at your face and talk every morning, and maybe somebody will watch, and maybe that one somebody will learn something, and maybe they'll bring another person, and maybe they'll bring another person, maybe they'll bring another person. You know, maybe you can't watch it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Watch it at 10 o'clock in the evening then. And that's a good time for you. But we're mad about too many things we don't need to be mad about. They don't want 59 seconds worth of music played in certain countries around the world. Fine. Make sure you don't play it in those countries around the world. And that whole thing, I've never understood in my life. We have taken the music or something that you did and blocked it out of your broadcast in like 14 countries around the world. I didn't even know I was on in Belize. I didn't even know I was on in all the rest of them, the 13 others. We came to Facebook, same reason we came to YouTube. Put them both together and be everywhere in the world. Because that was the easy solution. Not do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. and then be everywhere in the world. We cut through all that BS and just decided, okay, we would be on Facebook. We would be on YouTube. We would be on Streetlock. We would be on Wimkit. We would be on X. We would be on Rumble. And we would try to do it at the same time and make it work. So it either works or it doesn't. 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, works for me. May not work for you. That's why I say, watch it when you can. It's that simple. Watch it when you can. And if you got something to say about what you watched, send me a message on Messenger. If you weren't there live, or say it when you watch it. I'll get notified that you watched it and you said something, and I'll go watch it and see what you said. Because that's important to me. The number of views is important to me. Because I hope that somebody is out there watching, and I hope that you're making decisions for yourself. And I hope that maybe one day you'll be in a chat room while I'm doing this, and we'll talk together peacefully, calmly, rationally. Maybe you'll even come on the broadcast and we'll do it peacefully, calmly, and rationally. I don't care if you don't like me. Don't like me, but come on the broadcast and be polite. Treat everybody with the respect they deserve, because it's the respect that you deserve. And if you can do that, we're going to drink coffee and have a whole lot of fun. Matter of fact, I'm going to walk over and get my coffee, which I didn't do before we went live. I forgot about it. Take that coffee from the machine. Grab my favorite creamer. Pour that in. Whoops. Pour that in. And give it a stir. All the stuff that we should have done before we went live this morning. And put my lid on it so I don't spill it. Everybody knows my history of spilling things that I didn't mean to do, but I did anyway. Cap your lid, walk back, turn the chair around so you can sit down. I enjoy what I do. I really do. I really do. You know, I really do. We just figured out a way to do it and hope that some people watch and hope that some people join us. And if you don't, well, then sometimes that makes the message short. Sometimes it makes it longer. I don't care. I've done 3-hour broadcasts that I knew it was just me talking to me. I've done hour broadcasts that are just me talking to me, or hour broadcasts talking to a few people. That's more fun. It is, because I'm legitimately interested in what you have to say. And I may respond in a completely different way than you wanted me to. Or I may say something and you may respond in a completely different way. But you know what? That's what the U.S. is all about. You don't have to agree with everybody. You don't have to like everybody if you don't want to like everybody. But you know what? If we did it right, I closed the window, so I don't know for sure. But if we're still on Streetlock, STREETLOC.com, If we're still on Street Lock, then we did it right. If we're still on YouTube, we did it right. If we redirected you on Facebook to us, we did it right. I just have to allow a little bit more time to do it. And this morning I couldn't remember the countdown where it is on Restream, but I'm sure I will figure it out, and I will educate myself, and I will make big notes on my wall so that I remember when I'm all set up how to do it next time. We told everybody every few hours that we were going to do this, and we did it. And I hope it worked, because it means I'll be able to do it again. You know, and not to erase the windows that I set up for each place I send it to, because that way I can click the button and send it there and make sure that it's still there and there's no problem. You know, we did it. We figured out a way to do it, and we tried it, and I hope it worked. You know, and it doesn't have to be Wimkin, Street Lock, X, Facebook that we're on every morning. It could be a bunch of other ones. But it's always going to be YouTube. It's always going to be here on the YouTube channel. For now. If we figure out a better way to do it, then we'll be over there and we'll do that. But for now, go to www.youtube.com/@Dave Glovin, and it brings you to the YouTube channel. It brings you right to the program that's live on the YouTube channel, and you get to come and enjoy it and use YouTube live chat and be a part of the broadcast. And if something happens that we can't do it that way anymore, then we'll try to figure out another way to do it. You know? And if we have to do it so that you see ads in the broadcast before or after or during, I'm sorry, but you know, if we do it for free, that's how the companies that allow us to do it make money. You know, if people decided they want to pay money to be a part of it and get it every morning, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, 10 o'clock Eastern time, then yeah, we'll do it. And make sure that we have a way to do it. Or that we get the word out that it's not on YouTube anymore, it's on this, or it's on that. After a bunch of years, I can tell you that we've been on Facebook for a bunch of years. And to have them tell me, oh, well, they turned off the music for 59 seconds because it's not allowed in this country or that country or this country or that country, it just ticked me off enough to move. We told everybody that we were going to be here on the YouTube channel today, www.youtube.com/@Dave Glovin. Told everybody that's where we were going to be. And the ones that wanted to come, came. And the ones that didn't want to come, didn't come. And again, if 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is a bad time for the majority of you, we'll find a different time. You know, we can easily go back to Tuesday, Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern, if that's what people like. I won't go back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 o'clock because the American Rebellion is on those nights. And I want to be there. You know, they keep telling me I'm a likable guy, so I want to be with people that like me. Jerry Michaels, Chuck Cook, Jen Woodruff, William Lockett, anybody else who's there. I've never met a person on the American Rebellion that I don't want to be on the American Rebellion with, because they usually leave themselves. I don't tell them. We just need to be happy, healthy, drink coffee, have some fun, and enjoy what we do. And if that's you, then I want you to be on the broadcast. And I'll find a time that I can put all of us together and do it. So if 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is not a good time for the majority of the people that want to watch the program or be on the program, then tell me. And I'll try to find another time. My wife Donna keeps telling me, don't worry about me. I'll go someplace else in the house. I wanted it to be, I'd go someplace else in the house. Because I just don't like bothering people about things. But I'll find another time. Or we'll wrap up Boogie with the Bull because it's somebody else's time. And we'll join with them. We need to stop letting everything bug us and not get involved and work together through it. She did not have to die. Yes, that side of the coin, she did not have to die. But then you flip the coin over and, well, she threatened a crew of ICE officers. And the one she threatened the most was one who had gone through what she looked like she was going to do. So he raised his weapon and he fired. That's what they're trained to do. That's what you would do if you were in that situation. So think about that. Think about what Mr. Mamdani is doing in New York City. It looks like all the people that voted for him are starting to find reasons that they shouldn't have voted for him. And they're trying to recall him. If he's not going to do what you want him to do, then yeah, recall him. Find somebody else. But find somebody else who isn't going to promise you things in the election that they can't do. Find somebody who's going to have a director of housing for the city whose mother isn't a white supremacist, but lives in a $1.4 million home. So they're treating her like she is. Well, treat the daughter like she is then. Everybody's trying to hide all this stuff because they want the job. Show people you deserve the job, and I'm sure they'll give it to you. And even if you don't have any experience being a firefighter, they might make you commissioner because they like and understand you and your desire to learn. And maybe that's the best position to learn in. Travel around, the city of New York with the people who do the job and figure out how to make it better for them to do the job or stop things that they're doing. Because that's what people are concerned about. Something blew up in my house or whatever. There's a fire. I want the fire put out quickly, the best way. And I want to be sure that everybody around me is safe. It's that simple. What she does in her bedroom with another consenting adult, I don't care. I don't even want to hear about it. If it involves a child, yes, I want to hear about it, and I want to make sure that she is so far out of the way from my life and that child's life that it's done. Really. It is that simple. If you're not part of the solution, you are the problem. No more Republicans having problems with Democrats, Democrats having problems with Republicans. We're Americans. We all are Americans. If you can't figure it out, then you don't need to be there. And maybe Fox News is right. There could be 73% of our Congress that would be removed if we enacted term limits. I don't want to hear that anymore, because that's not a reason to not have term limits. It's a reason to have term limits. Adam Schiff is accused of whatever he's accused of. Banking fraud, this and that, mortgage fraud, this and that. Hey, Adam, show me that you didn't do what you were accused of. It's that simple. I won't accuse you anymore. If I understand that you didn't do it. Because the Department of Justice can be wrong, the Attorney General can be wrong, and they could be wrong when you were the Attorney General of the Department of Justice. But to say, no, I didn't do it because I'm a Democrat. We don't do that stuff. Well, bullshit. You're a Democrat and you did do it. But then again, you're a Republican and you did it. You got Democrats who act like Republicans and Republicans who act like Democrats. Yet independents who claim that they're independents, but a true independent votes independently. They don't have to register with the Democrats or the Republicans or whatever. Congress should be independents who depend on the people they represent to make a decision, regardless of whether or not you think it's a bad position, a bad decision, or people pay you to make everybody think it's a bad decision. If we want something, that's what you do. If we don't want something, that's what you do. If you can convince us that we want it, maybe we do. But if you got to write 1,600 pages like they did in the Affordable Care Act, maybe we don't want it. That's how it should go. President Trump once said the tax form would be the size of a postcard. And you just fill out a few simple things, simple lines, and send it in. Well, honestly, there shouldn't be an IRS. especially if they nail somebody for doing something 2 years ago that they're not doing now. Maybe it was a simple mistake. Everybody is so dang concerned with the money that we're going to get, or the money that the money. It's all about money. I'm going to say it again. I don't think we are going to get the $2,000 stimulus check that any of us are waiting for every day until maybe the final days of the Trump presidency before J.D. Vance takes over as president. And Trump just goes ahead and does it. Saying, I don't really care what Congress told me to do. I'm just going to go do it. Why? Listen to the man. If people got $2,000 to do whatever they want to do with, odds are they're going to listen to you. Doing what you think we need, because that's what we hired you to do. I'm paying $400,000 a year. Well, a bunch of other people are paying part of it too, but I'm paying $400,000+ a year for a man to run the country. And he's delegating authority to people to run things, so he doesn't have to necessarily be there all the time. He can be there when decisions need to be made. And if I ran the government, I would pay him and let him do whatever he wants to do with the money, which is what they do. So stop telling me the president doesn't get paid. Because I guess in the presidential rule book it says you have to get a check. You don't ever have to cash it. You can cash it and give it all away. Do whatever you want with it. But the rule book says you have to get a check on this schedule. And that's it. If anyone stands up and tells you they don't want the money, they don't need the money, that's up to them. But the rules say they get the money. Because I guess not getting the money might mean they're a king or a queen. And then it will lead to other questions. If they don't need the money, then does Congress really need $174,000 a year? They get elected every January and write themselves a raise. First thing, they elect a leader, and then they give themselves a raise. Before they even do anything. Tell me anywhere in the world that there is a position that is allowed to do that. Give themselves more money than they gave themselves before without even doing anything to earn that raise. Or show me that you need that raise. Don't just give it to yourselves. People who are members of Congress come from all different kinds of backgrounds. And they may or may not need $174,000 to do the job. So if they don't, the odds are the rest of them probably don't either. And we're doing something wrong if we're paying them $174,000 a year and they figure out, hold on, and they figure out how to become worth $300,000 a year. I mean, $300 million a year. Something's wrong. Or something's right. You got $174,000 and you figured out how to make it into $300 million. You're either doing something right or you're doing something wrong. If you're doing something right, why don't you share it with everybody else? If you're doing something wrong, why don't you share it with everybody else so they don't do it either, so they don't get in trouble either? Because the way the game is played, you'd get away with making $300 million a year. We'd get thrown in jail for 300 million days. If we are the government, it's time we act like we are the government. It's time for us to do what we need to do. And I don't mean grab your gun and blow out everybody's brains until we're left. I mean, just do it and figure it out. People make it sound like we never were this way. Well, our founding fathers probably knew that we would become this way or we would end up this way. But we've been doing it for a long time. And there are still people that think we are the Republic of the United States. And they take that to the bank every day. And they do what they think you need to do in a republic. When I hear, oh, we had this Constitution until this year that they rewrote it and different people were in charge. No. We got something from our founding fathers that gave us the rights they thought we needed to have. Others were added to it. Some may even have been taken away, for all I know. I don't remember. But I don't care what people think. That Constitution, that Bill of Rights, is a living, breathing document. They knew when they wrote that it was going to be changed and going to be modified as needed for the benefit of the citizens of the United States of America. We get concerned that the border was open for a long period of time. Bad people were allowed to come in. Why weren't we checking on each person that came in then? Why weren't we kicking out the bad people? Why? Because the way I see it is Joe Biden decided that he needed the bad people to come in and he needed them to be able to vote because he thought they were going to vote for him. We've seen all the evidence. We know they didn't. Anyway, I can't tell you what to do. Can you tell me what to do most of the time? Been here for an hour and 9 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, and a few seconds. And we tried it. We were on YouTube. We put the YouTube on Facebook, and it would redirect you. We put the YouTube on StreetLock, and it would redirect you. And I hope that's what it did. And I hope that you will do it again the next time we do it. Or we just have to go back to the way we were doing it and hope that it goes the way it goes. If you have an idea for a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, all you got to do is tell me about it. And then tell me when you want to do it. Because odds are I'm going to say, okay, let's do it. And it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about politics. Because realistically, politics is the worst thing in the world to bring up. There's a lot of good stuff to bring up. There really is. Anyway, I'm Dave Glovin. You're not. Parkinson's mouth today. Body mouth today. I don't know. Anger mouth today. Just tired of it. And you probably are too. So let's do something on Wednesday's Boogie with the Bull. Let's drink coffee and have fun. Or have fun and drink coffee. Either way. Salute to you and yours. Because every day there's a guy sitting here looking at this stuff and trying to understand it and just wondering why we did it or why we didn't do it. Or feeling that I had to leave Facebook doing it every day because I'm tired of the violations. Everything's a violation over there. If you step without permission, you get a violation. You get thrown into Facebook jail. There's a different way to do it, folks. And the answer there is just leave. And that's part of the reason for trying it today, this way. Gave people on Facebook a way to see it, if they wanted to see it, a way to take part. But that was about all. We gave people on StreetLock a chance to see it if they wanted to, take part. We gave people on YouTube a chance to see it and take part. And I'm here just because I want to be here. And I'm going to keep being here on the days that I want to be here. We'll try it again until we get it 100% right, because I'm sure we got something wrong. But if it worked, we were on YouTube like we should have been. And then we were on Facebook. We were on StreetLock. And we were on X. Whether or not people watched it there, I don't know. But I did what I'm supposed to do. I put it everywhere I could put it this morning. And like I said earlier, maybe via YouTube, we'll put it in a bunch of different places on Wednesday and see if we get it more people involved there. Anyway, I'm Dave Glovin. You're not. I had a good time being here. I really did. I hope I didn't freak too many people out by getting up and making myself a cup of coffee in the middle of the broadcast because I felt like I wanted to make myself a cup of coffee. I did. I really did. Life is what you make it. Go out there and make it a fantastic life. Go out there and make it a fantastic day. Don't pull your gun and shoot people just because you can. And I'm sure that gun wasn't pulled and fired just because he could. And maybe we need to change the way we are, that gun needs to be pulled and fired in anyway. If she had gotten out of the car, she might have been put on the ground and cuffed and carried away. But she'd still be alive. And you wouldn't hear the wife saying, now she's left me with 3 kids who lost their father, now their mother. As parents, think about what you do and how it could affect your children. And sometimes you find a different way to do it. That's about all I got to say. I've bitched enough this morning. Don't want to bitch anymore. So, watch everywhere. Listen to what's going on. Offer your input. Hopefully it will be accepted, meaning listened to. And then we go from there. You are more amazing than you think you are. So am I. But I don't do anything that's any more difficult than anybody else. Anybody can aim a camera and a microphone at their face and talk. And like I said, I'm not looking for money to do this. It's not about money. I spend money to be able to do this. Only because I haven't figured out a way to do it for free. The way I want to do it for free. We don't have advertisers on Boogie with the Bull because advertisers then start thinking they have a right to control the broadcast by what I'm allowed to say on the broadcast. That's not my broadcast. Anyway, I don't know if anybody watched today because I don't know if anybody came into the live chat. I didn't see them, so that would tell me that they didn't come. They didn't come through YouTube. So we tried it. We tried it. It seemed to work. So Wednesday, we will be back. www.youtube.com/@Dave Glovin. That's the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. That's where we are. You can either go directly to it or you can see where we sent it around the world that particular day. But it's a whole new world. We're going to do it. We can do it how we want to do it, when we want to do it. So if you don't like how we did it, come and tell me you didn't like how we did it. If you did like how we did it, I hope you come and tell me you liked it and you want to be a part of it. Because anybody's welcome. Really. Anybody's welcome. If you got a bike and you got a camera and you want to show your face and you want to talk about whatever, we can do. Like I said, sometimes the non-political shows are the best, or the break from the political stuff that we need. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different every day. Because when I wake up Wednesday, it's going to feel different than it did when I woke up Monday. Because the world's going to be different on Wednesday. So anyway, Wednesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So adjust yourself accordingly. www.youtube.com/@the-shifted-2-key. Dave Glovin will bring you to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and you'll get a notification every time I'm live on the channel. Tell me where we should be live on the channel. Today, like I said, we tried it on Street Live. We tried it on Facebook. We tried it on X. The only way we can do it. And if you want to help me be somewhere and they charge money for me to be there, then I would appreciate that. You know, figure out something to give you to show our affection. That's monetization to me. If you want to buy a coffee cup, we'll sell you a coffee cup. Or maybe make you a t-shirt, I don't know. Or maybe just take your money because you have agreed to be here. And we will give you some say in the broadcast because you'll probably want some say. If you are a business and you have a product, if it's a hat, send it to me. I'll wear it for free. I'll even talk about your business for free. If you're a coffee place that roasts a good cup of coffee, send me a pound. And in the time it takes me to drink that, watch the broadcast, come on with me, and we'll talk about stuff. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Just being together, having fun, and drinking coffee. Or if it's in the evening, something with caffeine in it, because somehow I got addicted to it. Anyway, I'm Dave Glovin, you're not. Go off and make it a great day. Have a great day. And we'll see you on the next Boogie.